Good evening and welcome to another exciting meeting of the Charlton Water and Sewer Commission. Today is January 7th, 2019, and it's about 6:34 p.m. And first I must ask if there's anyone here for public forum. Seeing no one, we'll start off with Mr. Jennings with the warrants and abatements and whatever you've got there. Minutes.
I'd like to make a motion that we accept the minutes of December 17th, 2018, as printed.
Have a second on that?
Second.
Any comment?
I have none.
If not, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Next, we have the warrants for review and signature. Make a motion, we accept the following. Commissioner's salary, $400. Bigelow Electric, $5,710. Beta, $20,857.54. Viola, $120. Viola, $184. KP Law, $80. Peter Boyer, $225. EDS Mechanical, $1,895.46. Bigelow Electric, $1,180. WB Mason, $8.57. WB Mason, $2.68. Franklin Electric, $6,195.43. Viola, $38,486.07, for a total of $75,344.75.
Do I have a second on that?
Second.
Discussion on any of them?
Just the one comment is the payment to Mr. Borio was actually a reimbursement for registry liens that he made out of your own pocket, right, Peter?
Correct.
Right, okay, just clarity. Okay.
Any other comments? If not, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And you got more? No more?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, in that case, I guess we'll go on to our first scheduled appointment, which is Mr. McClure from McClure Engineering. Chris, come forward, please.
Great. I'm here just to discuss, had an overage in Coppermint Hill Road, drainage issue that I was assisting with regarding the sewer line there. So I just have some photos of the finished product. Initially, we had contracted to do make an evaluation of the sinkhole that were developed along Coppermint Hill Road. The commission has requested that the highway department assist them in making the repair. We had pulled the as-bills for the site. In order to assist with the highway department, we had to get back out there, excavate the pipe, determine the material of the pipe, a proper connection to it. Basically, if you were going to sub this out, the contractor would basically had done this for you. And to assist the highway department, we went out to ensure that he had all the proper components. The other aspect there was to ensure that they had the proper pitch to connect all these the pipes. So we did some survey shots for him so his guys weren't going to go out there and start digging this up and not be able to make the final connection. Lastly was there was a catch basin that if you were out at this site prior to, and I should have put a before picture, this catch basin was basically covered in grass, and it was basically lost in the side of the road. It wasn't a town-owned basin, but the basin was H20. It was a highway department type of basin, and it had just a metal plate that covered it. So we did some further evaluation and said, hey, we could put an open grate catch basin on there and finish this off, bring that pipe into it, finish it off, and ensure that this water doesn't go back on the road. So the additional, the overages that McClure had was an invoice that's currently open for $925, and that was basically the additional work. And I apologize, I should have I should have stopped doing what I was doing and put a request in for you folks. I know you wanted to do it. They wanted to get it done before the winter hit. So I went ahead and completed the task, and as you can see, what we have here is a final basin, and the actual pipe, that green pipe that you see is the SDR, the 6-inch SDR pipe that's actually flowing, so it's relieving that water that's, you know, caught in behind those clay dams for that sewer system. So I'm here to first, you know, apologize to Pete and to the folks, and then, you know, request that, you know, that I get reimbursed for the work that we did, or paid for the work that we did. I'd be happy to talk about the history of, you know, I'm sure, we talked about, you know, what we did there, you know, how this whole thing has developed, but we have not seen any further deterioration in those sinkholes. They should be able to be patched and repaired now, and, you know, we don't foresee it as being a problem going into the future.
Anybody else, any questions for Chris, or comments, or?
Chris, you've got a couple pictures, actually, you got 3 pictures. I don't know if one's duplicate or not.
Yes, they are duplicate, I'm sorry about that.
So, as far as this catch basin, that's just one catch basin?
That's a single catch basin, again, that wasn't,
Okay.
there was no record of that, the highway department, we were able to, you know, and there wasn't a pipe connected, so basically all that was doing was catching, the pipe had never been, hadn't been perforated with a pipe, so when we went in there to take a look at it, posting back, there was a, what do? They precast a actual punch hole for these pipes, and I was like, we could actually tie right into this if the pitch works, and so basically, instead of overland flow, which was, this thing was currently collecting, with just a unattached, metal plate, 4x4 metal plate, we're able to bring the, cover up to it, get an open, great catch basin, and then tie the pipe actually into it. So now none of this water, the water that this subdrain is catching is actually going into drainage versus potentially coming back up on the road and getting blocked again.
So this top corner picture, top left?
Yeah.
This is really a picture of what's beneath the catch
Which
basin?
actually, yeah, what's actually going, and that's
Okay.
actually the subdrain from those, from behind those clay dams.
Okay, and I don't know whether this is our job or whatever, but because of that area, which is an area to where there's, I'd call it severe snow drifting,
Yeah,
and a lot of times the town will have to call up the front end loader.
yep.
There should be some type of either pole, a marker to indicate where this is so that it doesn't get either hit again, or excuse me, not again, so it doesn't get disturbed by a loader doing what it needs to do. Because normally a snowplow will never hit this.
No.
Because the snowplow doesn't push it back that far.
Right.
But if there's, I don't know if this is far down the hill, but if it's anywhere near the top, I know that's where the loader goes and does
If
what they
if you
do.
look at the one picture down, this is basically right before the driveway for that old garage on that side, so it's pretty far down that hill. Again, this was covered in grass at one point in time.
Okay.
You wouldn't even known it's there. Now that at least it's, you know, it's exposed.
But,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
potential. I don't know how he marks out his basins. I think basically what he does with his basins is he puts markings in the center of the road to indicate that they're, that they're there, so.
You would like one of those yellow marks?
Yeah,
that's,
typically that's what they do.
marker. Again, just a thought, when, you know, a month from now, when there's 3 feet or 4 feet of snow, and you can't see it, so hopefully no one hits it.
Let's hope we don't have 4 feet of snow.
We've been lucky so far.
I'm good?
Chris, you got more for us, or?
No, that was it. I just,
Okay, so I'll make a motion that we pay the deficit of the $745.
is that, you got a deficit on, it's 925, is it, oh, okay, 745? Okay, yeah.
Is that what it is, 745?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have a second on
Second.
that? Okay, any other discussion on that? If not, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Very good. Well, Happy New Year, folks.
Happy
you.
New Year, Chris. All right, next up we have the Southbridge fiscal year 18 IMA payment. Peter?
Yes, this is just some house cleaning. Southbridge finally had their water retained earnings certified by DOR. So they use the calculation that's required in the IMA under paragraph O, section 3, where they take their total water revenues divided by what Charlton's portion of that was, and comes up with a percentage of what our usage is, and they apply that same usage to their retained earnings and issue that to us as a payment annually, after they deduct the amount of unpaid water bills that have to be liened. So you see on table 2, the third page of what I sent you. They have their retained earnings of $464,000 and change. The percentage of the total revenue of Charlton Water sales is 10.23%, which equates out to a payment of $47,500 and change. They subtract out the amount to be withheld for non-payment, $5,270. Those bills that are not paid, the Southbridge Town Accountant forwards to the Charlton Tax Collector, because Southbridge cannot place liens on Charlton property. Once the tax collector gets that information from Southbridge, she places the liens for those amounts on those properties. So sooner or later, we'll get that money back when that property is either sold or those property owners come in to have some type of work, permit pulled or something like that. So the total payment that will be made is $42,272.81. I believe Heather's gonna be bringing this to the Southbridge Council either this week or next week for final approval. If there's any follow-up questions, I can try and get you more information, but it's pretty much done per the IMA agreement. Okay. Great.
New connection report?
Sure, this is also kind of just an update of what we had. I'm gonna prepare a report for DEP. I think it's an annual report we have to do to tell them what we have for new connections for water and sewer. So Sue's been tracking them, and this is a list of what we have for new sewer and water connection permits for annual 2018. Most of the sewer connection permits are done and completed. There are a few that still have some work ongoing. And the water connection permits are kind of in the same boat. Most of them are done. There might be 1 or 2 that are still open with work being done. So again, this was kind of just informational only, just to keep you up to date on what's going on and see if there's any questions or comments.
Anybody with any questions for Peter?
Where are we on the privilege fees with water?
Privilege fees with water. I'm still gonna put that information together and get
Okay.
that to you on how to present that forward.
What's up, next we got water, Bufferville well exploration?
Yeah, so your last meeting, you approved Peter Newton to do more well drilling up at Buffinville for $113,000. Again, our agreement right now is with Beta Environmental, not Bristol Engineering, so because of that, Beta has a 5% administration fee, so the total cost for that project would be $118,650 for Peter Newton to go ahead and do those next 2, drill those next 2 wells up in that area as he proposed before. So, Sue and I reevaluated the water master plan grant. The $200,000 grant has approximately $104,000 remaining in it, so it's a bit of a shortfall. You still have the other 2 grants. The $30,000 grant has approximately $16,000 remaining in it, and the $25,000 grant has the full $25,000 remaining in it, so it's been untouched. So we still have grant funding available to cover the cost to do those additional wells down in Buffinville. I just wanted to bring this back to you to get, again, because now we know what Beta's admin fee will be. We know what our true cost will be. We can go ahead and approve that, and hopefully Peter can get the drillers in place and get that moving forward.
Are they still scheduled to do well drilling
the end of January.
Oh, I thought it was the middle, but, because I was
I-
saying it's only another week or so, but
Yeah.
this month?
Tentatively, yes. I mean, if I can get the approval tonight, I'll call Peter first thing tomorrow morning, and hopefully they're still available to get going this month.
Okay. I know you said there might be some lead time necessary,
Right.
so, we need a motion for disapproval.
Yes, please.
Somebody?
I'll make a motion, we approve the administrative fee, for a total cost of $118,650.
Have a second? Second, Jen? Okay. Any other discussion on this? If not, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Thank you.
Superintendent report.
Yes, so Berry Corner Road, Ludlow Construction has completed all the repairs on Berry Corner Road, H-Foot Road, and they are currently shut down for the season. They do have some equipment left in case they have to do minor maintenance for what they've done and if the condition of the roads happen to deteriorate over the winter. Route 169 pump station.
One question on that, how much of the main is left?
All of the main is installed.
Okay.
The only thing they have left is a few service laterals up on H-Foot Road that
Okay.
they ran out of time. And also the main on, that would be Eleanor Lane in that subdivision.
So just the main on Eleanor is left?
Correct.
Really?
Yes.
For main work?
Yep.
Okay.
And actually, and service connections, because I'm gonna say 90% of the service connections are in place on Berry Corner and H-Foot Road.
But on Eleanor Lane, it's not curb to curb paving?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, they're getting, I shouldn't say they're getting lucky, but the requirement on Eleanor Lane is less than than the rest of the road.
I mean, the reason why it's not curb to curb is because the final coat had not been put on Eleanor Lane?
I believe that's part of it, and also where they're placing it in the roadway.
Oh, okay. It's in the roadway, but not necessarily in
Yes.
the, on the pavement, or within the pavement.
Yes,
Okay.
I mean, somehow
Fair enough.
they talked to Jerry, and Jerry was fine with not requiring them to do curb to curb on that.
Thank you.
Sure. And the 169 pump station, RH White has completed the majority of the site work. It's backfilled, everything looks ready to go. It seems to be at grade, so they got that done before the cold weather sets in. Now we're just waiting for the pump station to be built. I believe they're gonna be allowing a site visit to see when they get far enough for the pump fitment inside of the building before it gets completely assembled, so. I'll let you know when that site visit will take place.
Peter, if I may, what's the expected delivery date of the building?
Mid to late February, being optimistic, I guess.
Okay, so before March 1st.
If everything goes well, yes. The school loop, RHY is also supervising some work at the two tanks as well. They're doing some little roof structures to handle their equipment, their electrical panels and stuff like that they're installing as part of the water tank upgrades for the SCADA system and the tank mixer systems. So that work is still ongoing at this time. The school loop, Albanese Brothers worked until December 21st, making some decent progress on Old Worcester Road and L. Stevens Road. They are also currently shut down for the season. The last I knew, they were hopeful to get back onto Old Worcester Road to do that big culvert replacement over the week of school break in February. So that way they can just shut the road down for the week and not impact school buses or anything like that. So hopefully we can keep that going and moving forward. That way they won't have to, hopefully the water level will be down at that time, so they won't have to pump as much water up and over the road as well as they're doing that. So as far as I know, that's still the plan. If something changes there, I'll let you know. FY20 budget, I plan to meet with Donna and review our FY19 budget and then start the preparation for our FY20 budget for your review at your next meeting. As part of preparing the FY20 budget, I'll be identifying the tasks and responsibilities associated with my position and also the administrator's position as requested at the previous meeting. So I will be working on that and getting that to you. Industrial user application. Sue and I are working on creating an industrial user application for your review. We're also compiling a list of commercial or industrial users. Probably better to be said as non-residential users, because industrial, commercial it's kind of ambiguous one. So we're trying to make a list of any non-residential user so that we can get this application to, we can identify what type of flow they have, what type of constituents they may be contributing to the system, and from there, we can work on creating a list of additional users that we want to require sampling on, so that we can start to kind of expand our umbrella of who we're sampling to get a better picture of what's coming into the plant from our non-residential users. So, the application is pretty much complete. We're just working on trying to get the list pretty much rounded out of what we have for non-residential users. I think we're up to 80? 48 right now. There's probably still a few that we're missing. And hopefully hopefully we'll have that ready for you at your next meeting as well. Sewer meters were read Thursday, January 3rd. So as of now, we'll just be waiting for Southbridge meter reads, and we'll be able to do the billing once we get those. They're usually 4 to 5 weeks behind, so probably the first or second week in February, we'll be able to get the bills out to our customers. 42 J. Hammond Road. It appears that this property came in front of the commission a year and a half ago? November of 16, November of 17, for connection into the sewer, into the sewer main. I guess just further down J. Hammond Road than the Turnpike service area. There's a new house that was built. And there has been no privilege fee that's been recorded yet that we can find. So what I'd like to do is Sue and I will reach out to the homeowner, invite them to your next meeting. Sue looked into the previous minutes, found the actual meeting on the YouTube channel, and found that it was discussed that there would be a privilege fee, but there was never a motion made to assess it. And it was just seems to kind of have fallen through the cracks. So I think the best thing to do would be to let the homeowner know that we've identified it, that it hasn't been completed. Invite him to your next meeting if he wants to go, maybe rehash the discussion a little bit, and then take a formal vote to assess that privilege fee at that time.
A question, Mr. Chairman. Was this a pre-existing home, or is this a brand-new home?
So it's a brand new home,
Okay, so it's pretty cut and dry.
yes.
Okay.
And Sue listened to the minutes, it was explained to him pretty well, and I think it was understood.
Yeah.
It just hadn't been followed through with, so I don't want to
Okay.
just send him an invoice or a letter saying, here's your privilege fee a year and a half later. I'd like to kind of, if we have to reintroduce it, and just follow the steps. Especially where we can't find a motion made to assess it. I think we, to formalize it and make that motion, and then we can start the process moving forward.
Sue, do you remember the date of that YouTube video?
11/7.
11/7, 17? Okay,
It's probably 45 minutes out.
okay, thank you.
It's good numbers.
And then lastly, the HVAC duct cleaning. We checked references for Muddy Duct, and they were all positive, so we have them scheduled to come in and clean the duct work this Friday, the 11th. So that should be getting done as well. Other than that, that's all we have on the agenda for tonight, unless there's any other business or any questions you guys have for me.
Just a follow-up question, is it Sunset Drive?
Yes, I followed up with her a couple times. I will continue to do so.
Okay.
I think the last comment was, I'm busy and I only have time at 3 AM, so if you wanna come out at 3 AM, then you can come out and check it then, so. Yes.
Well,
So that was during the holidays, so I'm hoping we can reach out to her after the holidays now. Maybe whatever she does for work is not as busy at this time, and we can get out there and get the camera in there and just check the connection, make sure everything looks good.
what's the nearest manhole to that house?
I don't know off the top of my head. I have to actually drive it. I know it's been cambered before, because they actually put a line on the road where they believe it ties into the sewer main. but I didn't look to see where the manhole was. Probably at the intersection, so it's probably, say, 100 feet, possibly.
All right.
All done.
I guess so.
I won't spoil us getting there early.
Tomorrow
Good.
night's the all
Rick it.
boards and commissions meeting.
I was gonna
If
just
you
say
guys
that.
would like to attend,
Can't wait.
okay, we'll see you there.
And what time is that?
6:30.
Okay, so there's no selectmen meeting? Obviously not.
Must not be.
It's the opposite week, yeah, okay.
Isn't that their meeting? Aren't they doing that in lieu of?
Possibly.
Will the new wellness committee be given a report? Just checking.
I'm not part of it.
Yeah.
With a capital E.
Well, I'll make a motion, we.
Wreck it.
Second on that. See, I thought it'd be exciting
Okay.
tonight.
Wow.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, aye.
Yeah, don't forget your phone.